At the beginning of his pontificate, Pope Francis beautifully described the Church as a field hospital. In the Pope's words, the thing the Church needs most today is the ability to heal wounds and to warm the hearts of the faithful. For many of us, our experiences this year have been a reminder of the great need for healing that exists in our own personal lives and in our common life as a nation and as a world. We realize our collective vulnerability to disease, to racism, to the anxieties of everyday life that have been magnified by living through a time of pandemic. We may become frustrated the more closely we see this vulnerability in ourselves, in others, in our society, and we may wish that we possessed the power to fix everything on our own. We may begin to see others, or even ourselves, as a threat, as a hindrance to our own desire, as good as it may be, to set things right. Should we keep doing our best to live our lives together? Or should we just get through it, putting up with each other until normal returns, whenever that may be? I recently came across a great insight from Francis de Sales in his spiritual conferences given to the sisters of the Visitation about the connection between healing and the experience of living in community. De Sales observes, many people come to religious life to find and experience great peace, consolation, and every kind of satisfaction and interior delight. But then, as we know, we discover that the people we live with aren't perfect, and more importantly, we discover that we ourselves are not perfect. Should we turn away then from life in community, or just continue forward in a kind of rugged, individual perseverance? Instead, anticipating the words of Pope Francis, Francis de Sales writes, religious communities have been called hospitals in every age, and religious are known as healers because they are in a hospital to heal one another. We must not think then that by entering religious life we are instantaneously perfect, but rather that we come there to aim for perfection. Our community, no more than any other religious community, is not a group of perfect people, but rather a group of people who are aiming at and tending toward perfection. It is a school where we come to learn about the means that we must use to become perfect. What Francis de Sales says here about life in a religious community, like the Visitation or in the Oblates, holds equally true for life in a family, in a workplace, or any other kind of relationship or community. We don't enter into it because we or because the other person is perfect, but we all enter as people in need of healing. The most important question, says de Sales, is the constant will of wanting to be healed and to have our wounds be taken care of. We know that hospitals themselves aren't perfect places. We know that the healing process is itself an arduous one that can sometimes be painful. We know that wounds can hurt when they are touched, even if that touch is an embrace. But we can find common ground in this recognition, that all of us need healing, and that there is only one who is the perfect physician, Jesus Christ. In recognizing this mutual need for healing, we can turn together in unity, in our unidiversity, towards Christ, to allow Christ to heal us through the various means of healing that God has given to us. through the sacraments and community of the Church, the body of Christ. Through our relationships, even the ones that are challenging to us. Through the various means such as medicine and other healing professions today. We can grow together in love, in the virtues that Francis de Sales so practiced and counseled in his own life. Humility, gentleness, patience, compassion. As we walk together, to heal each other and to let ourselves be healed, may we grow together into that field hospital that reaches out in love into our world, to be that instrument, that sacrament of healing that we as Church are called to be. May God be praised.